Hey there, Zomfon here, and welcome to my graveyard. um, yeah, this is where we started. This was our starter house in the very beginning of this all almost 3,000 days ago. And boy, has it been a wild ride. But I've kind of neglected this place. You know, I started working on things like the village and spawn and completing the game. I literally spent 100 days building a slime farm that still doesn't work, by the way. But I have bigger plans, better plans, and I don't want to leave this place in such disrepair. You know, racking up projects, unfinished, and just kind of, I don't know, lackluster. Lackluster. And I think we can do better. I think this place would look so much better if we just helped it reach its potential. It already looks good, you know, it looks great, but like I said, it could be better. And that's what we're gonna do today. Dude, the tree's been gone for like 1,000 days. What are you still doing here? Now, this being such a large project, you know, not necessarily something that's gonna be a huge project, like a big building like I did with the slime farm or even with the town. It's just gonna be something that takes up a lot of time, and things that take up a lot of time tend to feel a little bit overwhelming. So I've decided to break things down into sort of stages to make it a little bit easier on myself. Stage 1 began with gathering so many dark oak leaves and wood. I could have just burned it all down, but we're gonna need all this wood and stuff later, so I may as well take the time now. After all that deforestation, it was time to cover that horrendous hole in the landscape that has plagued these lands since the beginning, before laying some rough paths made of coarse dirt in the place of the old ones. At this point, the place is looking even more unfinished, but somehow still better. I then forgot to unmute when showing off the progress, so on to stage 2. This stage was pretty easy, just filled a shulker full of various stone and stone brick materials and just walked around plotting out some grave sites. 4 hours later, and finally remembering to unmute myself, here we are. We've got some friends down there kind of checking out the place. You may be able to see. Oh, there they are. But yeah, this is what we got going on so far. We got a lot of little grave sites laid out. We've got some nice old pathways laid, and well, it's actually looking pretty good. We've got lots of little graveyards, and we've even got a couple over this way that are not completely filled out, but there are a few graves. I'm thinking that these particular graveyards in particular can be maybe younger graveyards or more recent graveyards that perhaps didn't get to be filled before the traumatic events that caused this place to become abandoned. And then we have little groups of graves outside. Like we've got a gravestone here. We've got those two that were back there. We've got a couple back over this way that are outside. And even a couple down there. Hello. And we've got those as sort of like, you know, every so often, even in a small little town or something like that, you're gonna have visitors from out of town that come and visit you, and then maybe they die. What are you supposed to do with them, especially in a non-modern society where you don't really know where these people came from? You know, we don't know who these people are, but you can't just like, I don't know, throw them out into the woods and hope they rot. So you gotta put them somewhere. And then of course I've got another small graveyard over here. Maybe these are the founders of the original town. That being said, we can throw all of our stone back into storage, put away some more of this coarse dirt. Maybe not all of it, because we may need it for scaffolding later. But we can head on into stage 3. This was honestly my favorite part. I rarely mess with landscaping, so I'm rather excited to give this a go. I start off by gathering some materials. I did need some moss, so off to the bone meal farm I go. Then back home, where I first focus on lighting up the area with some lanterns and a few glowberries before scouring my wood storage for far too long for some spruce saplings. I was just gonna grow some really tall spruce trees in random places to get the pod soil, but I quickly decided against it because, well, it caused way too big of a patch. So off to some place else. Once I decided my supply was sufficient, I came home and made some patches of both pod soil and moss kind of randomly. I just kind of bone mealed the moss. And this is something that I've seen a lot of other people here do, and I gotta say, I'm really digging it. So worth the extra effort, you know, for the vibes. Then for the rocks. I don't know why, but I really like building rocks. I made so many, and then I tried my hand at some custom trees, finishing off with a few final details that you will see when I'm done. Okay, I'm finally done, and honestly, I am so excited to show you. So I was just gonna show a little bit of a bird's eye view, but we could do that later. Right now, I think we'd better check this out a little bit more formally. So without further ado, look at it! Look at it! Oh, it looks so much nicer walking through here now. We've got big old trees, it's very overgrown. It's just such a nicer place to wander around in now. Got some rocks amongst other things, some big old custom trees. I am loving it, especially this back here, the grave sites. You can just look at it. Oh, and then we have this section right here. Oh, wait, nope. Then we have it up at the morgue. And then we come down. And then the path splits off again into this direction, off towards the woods. Or we can go all the way around next to our shrine and back up the usual pathways to either go back up to the church, back up to the main path, to the smelter or whatnot, or even down to our storage building and our mine. I am in love with this area now, and I don't think I would be all that upset now. I feel like it's finished. Like, don't get me wrong, as I was completing this area, I was certainly getting ideas for things that I could potentially add. For instance, it would be nice to have a more centralized storage system or something of that nature, maybe other farms, because I would like a reason to come back to this place from time to time once I expand off into other parts of the world. And I still want a reason to come back. So I'm thinking some farms. Like, not automatic ones because they won't really do anything unless I'm in the area, and with the plans that I have, I probably won't be here too often. So if you have some ideas for some manual farms to place in the area, let me know. Let me know. I would love a reason to come back here and give myself even more of a reason to visit from time to time. Ooh, it's about to turn nighttime. Come on! Come on, sunshine, go down! Ooh! Look at this! Oh, it's just so nice. Oh, it's nice. I think this is probably my favorite path. Like this and the pathway into the entrance, it's just so dark and it's so nice. I like it. That being said, this is all I really have time for this episode. I have run out of time. That's not really a hard thing for me to do. So if you liked it, hit me with a like, and if you would like to join the herd, 27 strong, by the way. There's 27 subscribers so far. I am very thankful for all of you, and I hope you enjoy this video and have a lovely day. Oh, I'll figure out how outros work eventually. Until then, I will see you in the next one. Bye!